Eric Faden, Trent Fusion, Luigi Octavo, Andrew Wilson. Four of them share one thing in common: Daytona 500 champion in 4 seasons of Jello Cup Series history. Today, Eric Faden may be the only Daytona 500 winner returning, but he will look to add his name in as the first 2-time Daytona 500 winner, while the rest of the 39 will look to put their name in the history books. Who will it be today? We're going to find out in just a moment. Countdown to green for the Daytona 500 begins right now. Hello guys, it is finally here. A few long weeks, a whole long summer, or a whole long fall, winter, and spring, a COVID-19 virus later, and we are here for the Daytona 500, the 5th ever in Jello Cup Series history. Hello guys, and welcome here to the Daytona International Raceway. This is the Great American Race, or as Daniel likes to call it,
it's Daytona 500.
Yes, because you all are staying home. See, the stands are empty. Anyway, as you can tell, Dan Hummel is with me. We are practicing our social distancing, sort of. Mainly because I can't stand to look at him, number one. And number two, well, yeah, Bandicam sort of won't let me use my built-in mic, so we're working on that, and we'll get that fixed if something like this happens again. But yeah, so Daniel, we've had an interesting speed weeks. We've had a lot of interesting saves. We saw a wreck fest in Blue-Green Vacation Duel 2. We got a whole new package here at Daytona where these guys are going to be able to run side by side, not hit the wall, and essentially the outside lane, once it gets some grip, is going to be able to make some headway. What do you think about all this as we enter Daytona?
Well, as you said, you got a new package that should lead some interesting racing here at Daytona. I'm just excited to see what this race brings. We had an interesting speed weeks, as you mentioned. Just excited.
Yeah, and I think that's the general consensus here in the garage area. The other thing is, obviously, we got two, not just one, but two defending champs. This is the first time in series history we've ever had two drivers come back to defend their championships. Diego Yepes was not a part of Season 4. He was your Season 3 champ. He's returning this season. Patrick Smith was your Season 5 champ. He's back to defend, or your Season 4 champ, and he's back this season to defend it. What are the expectations for these guys? Is there a sense of nerves now that you know you're the target this season?
Well, the pressure is on, especially for these former winners and champions of the series, even the series. You got high expectations to win the big race.
Yeah, and I think the other question, obviously, going off of that, does Diego Yepes feel the pressure? Because technically he's not the defending champion, but he is, in a sense, in his first season since his championship.
I think the pressure's definitely.
Yeah. Sorry, it sounds like we're having some audio issues there. You still got us?
I'm still here. I've been getting some issues too.
All right. See, worst case, if he has any issues and you hear a door open down here, you'll know exactly why that door came open.
Right.
But anyway, Kevin McHugh is starting from the pole for the second time ever in the Daytona 500. You got to imagine now as well, the pressure for him is to finally finish the job and win this race.
Start up front and finish front. That's the goal. Don't want to be in that mid-pack if there's happens to be a wreck. If you're in the mid-pack, you're going to be involved in that, most likely.
And absolutely not. And then finally, my final question. I know it's like 21 questions here for Countdown to Green. Double points. These guys know what's at stake. Does that add to the aggression in this race? The sense of urgency.
It definitely puts more pressure on these drivers because it's a big race. It's big championship. It's the results of this. It's hard to make up a lot when it comes toward the end of the season. You look forward to races to gain the most ground as much ground as you can in the championship, and this is definitely a race that really does count toward that.
Absolutely. This will be one of 4 this season. This will also feature double playoff points. So obviously there is a ton at stake here at Daytona. And we'll get to bring it to you live in just a moment. Anyway, without further delay, we will be right back here in the Jello Cup Series Daytona 500. We want to roll the intro, but when we come back, we'll show you your starting lineup for the Great American Race in just a moment.
Through turn 4. Does the 24 have enough? It's going to be a drag race to the line. We're going down the front stretch. The 96 wins the race at Coda.
Alright, as we get going here, let's take a look at your starting lineup. That is on the left-hand side of your screen. Daniel, there's been a lot of fast guys here. Who do you have your eyes on?
It's so hard to pick one guy. I have to go with the favorites. Honestly, they always bring a fast car. I'm not even going to say who would Faden has
And Nate Faden in the 3, Eric Faden in the 8. Eric Faden is your only former Daytona 500 winner in the field. He will start from the rear after one of the wrecks. I would have to say, man, it's a tough call, but I definitely have my eyes on that 37 of Scott Upton. I think he's been fast all speed weeks. It's only a matter of time before he gets to victory lane. Daniel, it's your call.
Well, pace car's off, and the 5th annual Daytona 500 is green. Good start for that inside line. That is Kevin McHugh, your pole sitter.
And I apologize. I sent him the roster. He's still kind of learning the name. But anyway, here we go. Here goes Stacy Stickler in the 41. She's a rookie in the field.
He has help from that 00 Anthony Logan. She has help, sorry.
And here we go. They're already going to force, looks like 3 wide in the back, but I don't know. Oh, there is 3 wide back there.
Back turn 3.
Oh, man, and in the past that's not worked out. But Stickler will lead the opening lap. That's 2 bonus points. And there you see it, Daniel. The top line is starting to come in on this racetrack. And this is what you'll see a lot during this 500.
Outside line is exactly the same speed as that inside line. It's not often you see that too much.
Yep, here we go. Down the front stretch. Once again, look at the line of Fords. Outside of Tim Randolph in there, he is your Clash winner. But outside of him, it's been all Fords on that inside lane. And now Randolph will get his chance.
Here goes Randolph, Tim Randolph, that 43, making that inside line work down the back stretches. There's still 3. And as long as they don't go 4 wide, I don't think it should be a problem.
No, I don't see it being a problem, but oh boy, they're really running high. And you see there's Scott Upton and a few of those guys stuck in the sucker hole back there. But Stickler's going to lead another lap.
Draft behind you, but it'd help being a line and outside or inside line. Middle line's not really the best way to go around this track. Someone there was left out to dry in the middle.
Yeah, that's Scott Upton in the 37. He's my pick to win this race.
He just got left out.
Yeah, and he's going to end up going to the back there. You see Stickler is cleared, so now she has the advantage of being able to block both lanes.
She made that outside line work down the backstretch. Got a good the 43.
Yeah. Big thing, there's really no preference on line. It's just whichever line has the most cars is essentially going to be the one that's the best line.
That's very true.
And then the question, obviously, I mentioned all the Fords up front. The Fords have been quick in Speed Week so far. Do you see any manufacturer like alliances? Is there like a meeting right now where they're like, you got to push a Ford to the winner? Chevy's got to push Chevy to a win.
I think they're just pushing them at this point. It's kind of a little early to start saying, oh, let's start worrying about manufacturer later. But I think right now you're just trying to stay in your position and not worry.
True. And oh boy, we got a wreck behind. 47's around. That's Joshua Scully. Austin Shaw might have gotten a piece of that. No, he's clean. Rusty Potts is involved. There's Matt Hussey, Joshua Scully, Gene Sanford.
Almost looked like that 24 went headfirst into the wall.
Hope he's okay after that. But back to the line.
It looks like it's gonna be
oh, they're going to go 3 wide to the line. Keep an eye on this in another wreck.
And
Dylan Young is involved, and so is the defending champ and a bunch of others. This is a massive pileup down the front stretch.
One car upside down. I don't know who that is.
That was the 48 of Austin Shaw upside down. His race is done.
Getting down into one.
Eric Faden damaged. He's done. Rihanna G somehow made his way through that. So, Dino, there's one of your picks out the door.
Which Faden was it?
Eric Faden is out. It looks like Eric Faden's going to be out of this. And something tells me that 35's going to be out of it. That axle looks so far off on the rear tire.
Yeah, all these cars on the apron, or at least that smoking pretty heavily over there.
Yeah, it's the 42 of Chris Smith. No, it's the 2 of Dylan Young as well, I think. So all those guys will be done, but we got to get a replay real quick and see what happened. Here we go, Daniel. They just squeezed each other there. There was no room.
Honestly, I don't know what happened. Was a 47 trying to get into a line, maybe?
I think there's just no room to give there. Ultimately, all these guys are just battling for the same real estate. And you see, it actually wasn't as bad as initially thought.
I thought someone looked like they went into the wall. Oh, it wasn't that bad. Never mind.
No, but these guys are done for sure. At least a few of them are. there. Hussey and Joshua Scully might be done. But we fast forward a little bit, and there's another incident, and this one's got to be the big one, I would think. Well, take a look at this. They're going to go 3 wide through the corner. Mina Monroe's moved up.
Pulsar was one of those involved in that one.
Oh, man, Kevin McHugh, if he's... Yep, see? There you go. Chris Smith moves up. Dylan Young gets knocked up on 2 tires.
Where's that 48 Austin Shaw?
He's going to be the one to watch in this. Now, keep in mind, Dan Hummel also involved in this. There goes Roto Marazzi. Yep, there's where Austin Shaw gets involved. He just gets T-boned by the 8.
Man.
And he gets stuck.
Gets knocked right up and over.
And that is a tough break for the 48 team. Tough break for everyone involved. A lot of cars taken out early here on laps 6 and 7. We'll take you back to the green in just a moment. Welcome back, guys. Stacy Stickler is your race leader. Take a look at all those cars involved in this wreck. Obviously, the DNF list will be updated quickly, but just absolute mayhem to open this race.
We're only 8 laps in. We're going into lap 9 this time when we go green, and I think it's a little early for a wreck like this to happen.
Exactly what I was about to say. Way too early for this. But the good news is the ones who are damaged and still continue, they'll be able to cash in on some double points as the green flag waves. And it looks like, I thought Zach Fitzwater got a good restart, but he just tucks back in behind the 43.
I was just about to ask, how long do they stay single file? And apparently the answer to that question is not very long.
No, not at all. See, look at that. Right behind, they're already double file. I think a few of them didn't get bunched up there to start. So there's a little bit more separation. And Stacy Stickler still hanging on to the lead. Zach Fitzwater's going up the track, going down. Wonder if there's some overheating.
Looks like the top 7 or 8 cars are just in single file line. Maybe even the top 10 are just single file, and they're all just chilled out.
Oh, not anymore.
Spoke too soon.
A very aggressive side draft there, and Tim Randolph will take the race lead, but look ahead. Here comes the 24. Will this stall out the momentum of the front runners?
This is going to get interesting in about 2 seconds.
Oh, man.
He just missed the 4.
They just missed the 24.
That separated the top 5 away from the rest of the group.
One thing you'll notice about the top 5, only one Chevy.
And the rest are all Fords.
And you see the Fords are double file behind the 43 of Tim Randolph, who arguably has the best paint scheme in the field today.
Oh, man. I love that scheme, the Air Force scheme.
Probably the best thing, best paint scheme the Air Force has ever had, if I had to guess.
He has an army of Fords behind him.
Yep, here we go. Zach Fitzwater's left out to dry in that Ford brigade here. But look at this. These guys are going to have more trouble.
By the way, I mean...
Oh! Sorry, Daniel. We had a little intense, almost spin right there. So I'm going to have to ask you to repeat what you said for a sec.
It was irrelevant, but I'm like, we were talking about the Air Force of the 43. I'm like, he has a whole army of Fords behind him. I said, no pun intended.
Ah. Okay.
It was totally...
It's good pun. As you see right behind, Jeff Scott, Max Anderson, Rian G, all trying to line up here. Behind them, the 48 stalling out the momentum of some of the front runners.
Good to know Austin Shaw is still running.
You know, at this point, you're just running just to try to keep double point, keep alive in this double points race.
Get as many points as you can because it's going to be, I said in the pre-race, it's huge implication, especially with these double points races.
Up ahead, a slow car again.
8.
And it stalled him out pretty quick.
They'll get that second group a chance to catch up right.
Oh, caution's out. Oh, 25, Dan Hummel again. Mohammed Zain Abdullah. In the 9 of Rusty Potts.
Yikes. What happened? That 25.
Whoa.
More turn.
Oh boy, they're plowing. Oh, more carnage.
Oh boy.
Some tempers flaring, and the other Faden, Nathan Faden, damaged in that.
There goes my text.
Oh, here we go. Even more plowing.
What is happening?
Boy, these guys got some pented up aggression today.
Double points.
Gonna be a lot of angry drivers after this, but let's go see what happened. Rusty Potts again. Man, this guy can't stop getting hooked.
Man, just a rough day for.
Oh, he gets hit by the 17, and then look, the 25.
Oh.
He tried to go high, and he just couldn't avoid it. And we have had a lot of roof riding today.
That's a long and wild ride to a roof.
Oh, man. Hope he doesn't think he's on fire after that.
I hope not.
You're not on fire, Ricky Bobby.
Doesn't go running around the track in his underwear.
Oh, God. That's an image for another day. Back to the green in just a moment here on GCN. Guys, welcome back. We're ready for the restart. Take a look at the long list that just keeps growing.
Unfortunately, I am on that list.
You are now on that list. Austin is on that list.
Oh, Austin's out too?
Yeah, Austin Shaw is done for the race.
Last try to get those points up unless he got involved in that.
Yeah, but amidst all that, and I hope I don't jinx it, look who's leading the race. Zachary Fitzwater is in the lead right now. And you could tell by the excitement of my voice, we don't see this very often in the Jello Cup.
4 of those top 5s are all 4. Great day for Team Ford as the green flag comes back out.
Yes, we're back underway. But I get excited. Oh, they're going double file.
Stay inside.
But Stickler doesn't have the drafting help. We'll see if it pays off.
And then the 43 is going to go down and help her.
Clearly, Stickler has a very quick car.
3 wide. Here goes the 12.
So, let me ask you, do you think now's a good time to mention that we have GCN overtime if needed?
You guys do?
Yeah, we will have overtime if needed, because this is a super speedway race. So we'll have unlimited attempts to get a green flag finish.
That makes it interesting.
Yeah. We can't have this race finish under caution. The biggest race of the year.
Very true. It's just a jumble behind him, and then Stacy Stickler has a good cushion.
Yeah, but that could be deadly, because look at how quick the closing rate's going to be.
That's Tim Horton.
Yeah, that is... Sorry, you're glitching out a little, but yeah, that is Tim Horton in the 12. He is your Season 1 Carvana Wildcard champion, and he is getting a good run here.
Where did that 51?
Shoot, he was another one I thought we should keep an eye on. Jeff Scott.
There goes the 51.
Yeah, 51 was about mid-pack, and he has now made his way to the front.
But he has no right now, for the time being. Now he does.
Yep, here we go. He's got the two Fords behind him, but will they work with them?
Seems to be like forming together, and they're leaving the top.
Yep, here we go. They're starting to race a little bit with more class. But anyway, I just wanted to throw this out there. This is sort of free advertising. I don't know if the signups are still up, but our friend Tim Horton there, I wanted to say this while we had our spotlight on him. He is running a series once again. It is called the Kroger National Series. Please go check it out. Tim, if you're watching at this point, I sure hope you post the link for us, because that would be awesome if you could do that. So please check out the Kroger National Series. He's a guy, him and I have been friends for a while here on the NR scene, so I sure hope you help him out as he gets restarted, much like I have years back. And who knows, Daniel? Maybe in the coming days or weeks we'll have a Pepsi announcement.
I am hoping I have a tough summer schedule coming, a couple of clips. If I decide I'm going to renew Pepsi Hybrid Series Season 2, all of you guys be on the lookout for that.
All right, we missed half of it, but definitely check our Discord and our YouTube in the coming little while here as we wrap up the spring semester. Up front, though, take a look at this. This is two of the Stewart-Haas Racing Fords. And there goes Fitzwater.
And the 41's left out to dry. And
Up ahead again. Oh, right into the back of the 8.
41's going to take advantage of that.
41's gone. But up ahead, Dylan Ibrahimian.
Oh, yeah, those lap cars were slowing everyone.
You would think with all the damage they would park.
At least move over to let everyone by.
Yeah, that as well. As you see here, he's still not moving over. Eric Faden is still not moving over.
Fighting. I don't know what you're fighting for, but...
And the question is, can these guys on the inside, there they go.
They ate everyone.
Question is, can they get grouped up and get a run going?
Looks like all past Faden right there. So they might be able to group up. So at 43 and 88, I don't think they're going to make it on their own because they do have a couple cars behind them. And they're still in the draft, too, so.
As you... Oh.
Far ahead of there.
Yep, here they come. They're closing in on the 20 of Dilney Bohemian.
Honestly. And he's going to slow them down there.
That allows the 43 to get away. 4 seconds, is that enough?
I don't think so. With the way that pack is formed, if they can stay out, they can make this all up easily.
And you see there, Stickler's going 192. So are the guys in the draft. But keep in mind as well, Stickler is closing in on this mega pack of damaged race cars.
That's going to get interesting.
I just don't think they're going to be able to work their way through that. This may cause a wreck. And if we get a wreck, keep in mind there is overtime.
Yeah. That leads up to that's another and to third place. So these guys are spread out in some lap traffic.
And you see here, 5 of these guys have grouped up, but they can't be running double file. They're never going to catch them doing that. Down to 4.8.
They are slowly catching, but is it enough to get to the end of the race to catch?
Mile per hour difference, 194 to 192. Now make that 197.
It's going to be close, but you in front of the 41. Will he catch them? That might be what this group needs. It's not as big or all single file for the most part now.
That doesn't mean anything yet, because keep in mind, up ahead, these guys are still racing. I mean, they're hitting 180, 185. So I don't think up here it'll be as much of a slowdown as back here with the 52 of Usman Hamid and the 35 of Patrick Smith.
Rihanna. These guys are.
Boy, they're closing up a second a lap. We'll see what the gap is this time.
Oh,
1.9 seconds as the 41 has caught the defending champ.
Oh boy, that's gonna slow them down a ton. This will be their opportunity for pack.
And here we go.
They are. Everyone's all.
And the question here, coming to 2 laps to go. Daniel, do the manufacturer alliances, do the tandems come out of the question? Is this all, winner takes all at this point?
I think it's winner takes all. I mean, you got the 2 Fords up to the front that can work a couple Fords behind them. But then you got the 88 that's slipping back. The 88 can catch.
Yeah, the 88 could very well reel them in. We've seen it in practice. So don't rule that 88 of Dick Clark out of this 500. Up ahead, they're double file.
Will they catch him, though?
Oh, they're going to catch him.
Out of turn 4.
If the caution is out, if the caution is not out, the next flag ends the race. White flag is out.
Why didn't I think that last lap was a white flag?
I don't know, Marty Reed. Anyway, here we go. To the outside goes the 41. The 34 is hung up on the inside.
Boy, here goes the 88 up to second. 9.
Whoever wins this, it's going to be a battle of who can get through the lap traffic quicker.
41's pulling away with that inside line.
I think it's a done deal out of turn 4. Stacy Stickler will be a first-time Daytona 500 winner, and I believe the first female to win the race.
Wow, what a great race that was.
That race was incredible, and congratulations to Stacy Stickler.
They too. They.
Anyway, you see them going down the backstretch. The 88 was so close, almost a 10th back.
Just didn't have the power he needed down that backstretch. That 24 as heavily damaged as he was.
And that's an unfortunate thing. But, man, I think today says a lot about the Ford program. They are clearly the program to beat in the Jello Cup to start out, because they were muscling throughout the whole race.
They had fast cars this whole race, like you just mentioned.
I mean, you just couldn't find a time where they weren't up front. But, yeah, anyway, we want to congratulate Stacy Stickler on an excellent win, a dominating win in the Daytona 500, something you don't see very often.
Of course, congratulations to her. She was up front along with a lot of other Fords, but she was just dominating today. Congratulations to Stacy Stickler.
Yes, congratulations to her. She's going to have a commanding point lead with the double point bonus. But we want to thank you for watching. Daniel, we want to thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. I hope to be back sometime else this season. Hopefully.
Hey, anytime you want, you're welcome to join us for Jello Cup Series coverage. Anyway, we want to show you your results and your standings. We'll be back a little later this week with our West Coast swing as we head off to Las Vegas. Until then, goodbye everyone.